from Timberland.
Fine team, dark skin, wondering if you could be mine team. And not forever, then maybe tonight. You call me, I when we pull up on side. We could take a Uber with no ex. And go anywhere you want to next. Destination between them thighs. Girl, your body got me hypnotized. You could be my umbrella girl. Say you're beautiful like Rihanna girl. Say you're LIB, Miss Havana girl. Missy Pine Wine, I put the sheet. I've been drinking, I've been toasting, I be waiting outside. Soon as the club is closing, I be waiting outside. I almost tipsy off the liquor, I be waiting. Go tell your girls no need to wait up, I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside. I don't already dance with you. Bought you a drink or two. Say you fancy love, romance, and plus you single, ready for the mingle. Baby, come down to my level. Your beauty got me feeling numb. Cause I be having wild thoughts. Wanna take you on a ride, but we could cruise, take it slow. You know where I be waiting. I've been drinking, I've been toasting, I be waiting outside. Soon as the club is closing, I be waiting outside. I almost tipsy off the liquor, I be waiting. Go tell your girls no need to wait up, I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. They say I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside.
It's your boy DJ Nero.
I be waiting outside.
Where my ladies at? We outside. Where my ladies at? We outside. Where my ladies at? We outside.
I be waiting outside.
Now bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
I be waiting outside.
New crew, K-So, what up? Ha, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Star.
PMG,
Let go.
I'm focused, man.
Hey, I'm doing the most, yeah. I'm doing the most, yeah. I'm tugging on your clothes, pulling you close, and I just wanna know, yeah. I just wanna know, yeah. Is you coming out them clothes, yeah? I can hit it like a pro, yeah. Baby, you should let me know, no. Jumping like you run a more. Slow it down and smoke a bowl. Come a little closer, I must get to know ya. Come a little closer and just let me show ya. I just wanna love you, I just wanna touch you. Can't get enough of you. I just need to hold you. I thought that I told you. I'ma get you out them clothes. I gave you a million clues. What I wanna do to you. Everything I said is true.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a fire jam right there. Hi guys, welcome to the Sunday Wind Down podcast. It's your girl Ida.
And DJ Sunny Sistuki. It's the Sunday wind down, but today we're winding down, not wine.
With whiskey. There's a glass of whiskey and a glass of wine, so we get to choose. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is Sunday Wind Down, like we said. We have live recordings every other Sunday. This is season 2, episode 2. Welcome. Don't forget we are live on I almost said Instagram, on Facebook and on YouTube. And you get to comment, you get to call us live, you get to share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
So today's topic is about communication.
Yes.
And when we decided to do this communication topic, I was like, what are we talking about? Writing letters, dial-up, SIMU, internet? What is this communication? I mean, what is this?
Communication is what we're doing right now with our audience. We're
We're
telling them
communicating.
something. I hope they're hearing and listening, because there's a difference. It's what we're doing. We're talking. Sunny, when you and I are talking about this topic, communication, we're communicating. I know it sounds so, thingamajig, but hey, I see Gary Wainaina in the comment section. Hi, welcome. Pablo Nzegu, hello, what's good? We see you guys joining in. We're so happy that you're here. We're so blessed to have you guys an audience. Karibu sana, the show's gonna be hot. Just get ready.
Yeah.
Just get ready.
We're going to talk about communications in a few different ways.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we're gonna kick it. We're gonna kickstart with professional communication, professional relationships.
Yeah, communication in professional relationships.
Yes.
Because the topic is basically communication in relationships, right? And we're going to talk about communication in professional relationships. And so, a professional relationship, Aida, so it's a relationship for Joboe.
Yeah,
What?
it's a work relationship.
Yeah.
Where you get to communicate with your boss, with your colleagues, with people who work under you, with
Yep.
vendors if you have that kind of business going.
Your customers,
Your
maybe?
customers if you have customers. Yeah. If you're a nurse, you communicate with your doctor who's, stuff like that. Communication professionally. And how do you effectively communicate in a professional setting, Sunny?
So, I think there's a big gap in how this... I've already started.
He's already started bapping you guys. We're only having whiskey. This guy, man. Wine, whiskey, you can never win.
Yeah, so my take is I think there's a big gap in this professional communication.
Okay.
And that's just based on my own professional experience.
Right.
Where a superior may tell you something or wants to get something done, or a co-worker may communicate with you that something needs to get done.
Okay.
Right? Because work settings tend to be very team settings, right? And they don't communicate effectively the extent of how this task needs to be done.
I see. So, for example, you're my boss. You come and say, hey, Ida, I need you to do this. And I may understand you differently. I'm like, oh, you just need me to fold this piece of paper? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But you didn't tell me how. Do you want it folded in half? Do you want it folded 3 times?
And
Is that
do you
something-
want it? Yeah. Do you want it by when?
Yeah, is that
Uh,
something you want me to ask, like in communication? Is that something we're encouraging the audience to, hey, ask questions to understand
So
better?
I've found that it's usually better to ask how. Explain done to me.
Okay.
Like tell me what your version of done is. And that communication is very important, because at work a lot of times what tends to happen is we are on go mode. That you have 100 million tasks, you have 200 unread emails, you have all these things you want to accomplish today. So when you're communicating with people, it's a lot of times it's shorthand.
Yeah, it's like, go do this.
Yeah.
You don't take time to expound on how you want it done. And that's what we're encouraging you guys to do today. If you are a boss, communicate better. It helps. It goes a long way. Say, I want this piece of paper folded. Could you please fold it in half? And could I please have it by 12 tomorrow?
Yeah.
That sounds like I communicated really well there. And if you are working for me, what kind of questions would you ask me? Like, hey, Sandy, go fold this paper.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people just go do it and they don't clarify.
I see.
So I think a key component of communication is clarification. Is saying, okay, explain done to me, your version of done, and then once that is explained, summarize. So if I understand you correctly, you want me to do X, Y, Z, or for us from Kenya, you want me to do X, Y, Z, and you want it done like this. Most of the time when that question is asked, so to understand you correctly, this is what you want me to do, most people will say, no, you didn't get it. You need, and that is what leads to, because what ends up happening is, if that communication isn't effective, then the work doesn't get done in the right way. Then there's time wasted, there's efficiency wasted. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. But like as a boss, right? Do you feel like if I asked you questions, okay, I'd take this over there, okay, and then do what with it? Would you be like, you asked too many questions, just get out of my way, just do what I said? Some
Yes.
people need to learn patience in that way.
Yes. Actually, that is true. And so when someone is asking a question, the whole idea needs to be about not retaliating. You know, you've heard the expression, there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I've heard that before.
And unfortunately, in the workplace, professionally, we tend to do that a lot. We tend to deem questions as dumb questions a lot because you're supposed to know that.
Yeah, you're supposed to know that. I
You
hate
know?
that.
Right.
You'd rather ask and be right in the end than pretend like you know and then be wrong altogether.
Yep.
And is this something we can tie into friendships?
I think we can. So there's so communication to me when we first decided to talk about this
Yeah.
came in layers,
It did come in layers, you're right.
right? So we're like the top layer of communication is this professional communication.
Yeah.
It's important. It's kind of important. I hate to say it's kind of important because it's very important.
Very important.
But then there's other very important things that come into play after that,
I see.
right? So in friendships, Aida, what are some of the things that you have felt like communication in friendships are? I think communication in friendship is way more important than communication in the workplace.
Yeah, I agree completely. Cause, well, at work, I don't feel like it's more important. I feel like they're
Equally
almost
important?
equally, important.
Okay.
Because if we don't communicate in this way, then this happens. Then work is messed up. We don't want that. I feel like they're equally important. But in friendships, my thing is, I feel like friendships sometimes are built on assumptions. I just assume, if I say this, Sunny will get it. He's my friend. I assume. Sometimes we're very different. We have very different personalities. You may receive something differently. I'm like, Sunny is good. He knows what I mean. But do you really know what I mean? In friendships, yeah? I assume a lot. I'm like, we want to go over here. Yeah, tell Ida to meet us over there. She, it's... Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we tend to assume that what we want is what our friends want.
Yes.
And we don't communicate that effectively, and that affects the friendship.
It does.
So I think I get what you're saying there, and correct me if I'm wrong. See?
Correct me.
But-
if I'm wrong. We're communicating.
We're communicating. But if I say, correct me if I'm wrong, so there, if I kept assuming that you would want things a certain way and not communicate that with you, one is you assuming that I want something a certain way.
Yeah.
And then two, when I see that you assume that and I don't correct you and tell you, no, Ida, because we are friends, I'm not going to correct you on your assumption. I'll just ride with that assumption. And when that happens too many times, all of a sudden it turns into, Ida kila time anafanyanga tu hivi. Whereas it's probably my responsibility as much as it is yours as a friend.
To communicate.
So if you're assuming something and
Yeah.
I'm feeling assumed, then one, the person feeling assumed should probably do some communication as well. Is that making sense?
It does. And we're just using a lot of words here, and I'm starting to feel like I'm getting more confused than I am understanding. Okay, so in our friendship,
Yeah.
you and me, Sunny, have decided, hey, if you feel this way, communicate.
Yep.
I cannot read your mind. You cannot assume that I understand what you feel. So communicate. And that's what we're trying to say here. Also, I feel like we've already said this, but there's expectations in friendships. Like, for example, maybe we go to a restaurant, right? Maybe you are there before me. I'm like, just order for me. I assume you know what I want to eat because we've gone there before and we've eaten there before. But technically, maybe I want to eat something different. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, Sunny already knows what I eat. How about you've never paid attention to what I eat?
What
Do
if,
you know?
What if I go ahead and order something for you, and or I don't go ahead and order something for you, and in return, when you show up, you're like,
wow.
Sunny always knows I get the same thing.
Yeah,
why didn't
why
he
didn't
order
you
for
order?
me? So again, there's two sides to it. How
True.
are we supposed to handle that?
Yeah, I don't know. We need to do better in communicating. I see a lot of people in the comment section. We have to give them a shout out. It's so nice to see you guys over here. Ali Badawi, Lynette Nganga, Andrew Young. Oh my God, Andy. Hi, he's watching from Kenya.
He's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yep.
Eddie Shady. We see you guys. Pablo Nzegu. I said your name twice. Lucky you. Nduta Murege. Eva Demba. We see you guys. We really appreciate you for being here. Do share. How do you feel in friendships? Like, do you feel like you have a good friendship with your friends where you communicate effectively? Like, if I say something and it hurts you, do you feel like you'd come and tell me, Ida, that didn't come out right? And do you think that I would be receptive? Because that's another thing.
Yep.
Do you think that I would be receptive enough to be like, oh, really? Oh, my God. I didn't mean that. This is what I meant. Like, do you feel like you guys in your friendship have a good enough friendship to communicate effectively?
So there's
Whoa, those are just a lot of English words.
I know. It seems like today it's like an English lesson. I'm going to read a comment here from Pablo.
Yeah?
Let's be honest. Assumptions are also a form of communication. However, if not understood or taken out of context, then it's good to seek a clarification without escalating issues. I feel like it's always good to seek clarification.
I feel the same. And I see Ali also saying silence is a form of communication too.
I
want you to expound. I mean, Ali, if I'm talking to you, if we talk every day and we text and we talk and then you go quiet, in this generation we call it ghosting. If you ghost me, I'll be like, what happened? Maybe I said something wrong. Oh, ama jisikii kuniongelesha siakai. Is that what you're saying? I don't get it. How
So
is
silence, me, I see silence as a lack of communication.
I see silence as a lack of communication too.
And communication is like, I'm communicating with my hands, I'm communicating with my voice, I'm communicating with my body language, I'm communicating with my eye contact. And so silence, if you're silent but you're doing other things to maybe communicate a positive message,
Yeah.
I can probably kind of figure that out.
No, now that's the assumptions we're talking about. Sandy, how am I supposed... We don't read minds.
True.
Whoa, that coming from a woman is a lot, so take it.
But
Okay?
earlier you talked about expectations.
Right.
Do you think it's an expectation that I expect you to read my mind as a friend?
See, that's what I'm saying. And that's typically a woman thing. We're like, oh, you don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not mad. And my tone is just going higher. Are you okay? You know? I expect you to imagine...
Thank you for admitting that.
Well, Pia, see, you don't ban. I'm already confessing. Just let me have a moment here. A moment of weakness.
So are you trying to tell me that women tend to expect other people to read their minds?
Not other people. If you're in a relationship, which we're about to dive into right now, romantic relationships.
No, but even in friendships. Let me take it
No,
back.
me, I don't think. Me, I tell you everything I think.
What about women? If you are two women friends, do you expect each other to? Do you expect the other to read your mind? Do you expect that they read your mind or they should know what you're thinking?
When I'm looking at her, and I go like, she knows what I'm talking about. If a girl passes them, I'm like, girl, she knows exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
If it's that kind of communication, yes. But mind reading, no.
No.
I'm like, June.
Then why is it that women expect men to read their minds in a romantic relationship?
That's something we're about to dive in, and I'm not even getting my feet wet yet. Please, I don't want to dive into it yet.
Before we go any further,
Yes.
real quick, I do want to thank everyone for coming in and urge everyone to share and tag anyone you think would want to tune in to our podcast today.
Tag the person you'd like to tell something. We'll tell them on your behalf.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll teach them how to communicate.
Even sharing and tagging is communication.
Boom, mind blown. Phew. That's not communication. I don't agree, but it was a good moment for mind blown. Now I see comments here, but wait, where did it go? Ali said he tried to expound a little better, and he said, I mean, silence when you're in the same physical space is a form of communication? Huh. Brian Henda says only mosquitoes should move in silence. Praise! Oh my God. Godfrey Guaco said he's following the conversation from Kisii, Kenya.
Oh, welcome.
Oh my God, we're so blessed to see you here. Thank you, Godfrey.
Andrew Young has a comment here on YouTube.
Hey, Andy.
Silence is usually louder than saying something. In a negative way, in my opinion, but I'll continue. You could use it to tell if someone close to you isn't okay. If they're not close, then that can come across as poor communication. So silence is a form of poor communication.
Well,
based on what Andy's saying.
Andy says if we're close, right? And I'm quiet, he can kind of tell, hey, is Ida okay? Like, you know, I'm not typically, I'm not the quiet one. So if I go quiet, what I think I understand from the statement is, you'll be like, maybe they're going through some stuff. But then again, if you're not close and you just go quiet, it's like,
But
what
say
I
if
do?
you are close and say you do go quiet, instead of going quiet and expecting me to read your mind, why wouldn't you just come and say, wait, something bad happened.
We live in a generation where people would rather look good on Instagram and act like everything is together, but then struggle with the things inside. That's why, and sorry, but that's why we're seeing a lot of people taking their own lives, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're silent. You know, she does that, or you don't want to share. You don't want to share your problems. That's why I said there.
Yep.
And I can understand that.
So in friendship, I had this thought, right? Is it fair to say that we sometimes project our values? Like I have certain values, and I'll project those onto my friends. And when my friends don't mirror those values back to me, I feel some type of way.
Well, you have expectations over your friends.
Right. But my friends have different values or different perceptions of things or different ways of thinking. Could be political ideologies, could be religious ideologies, could be any kind of ideologies. And if I have a certain, like maybe I am a stickler, well I am. Let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
I'm a stickler for being somewhere on time.
Okay.
Right? And I project that onto my friends. And I tell my friends, yo, we're meeting at 5. I know you're always late. Please get there early. Right?
Yeah.
And this friend maybe has an issue with always being late. Regardless of, maybe they were late even being born. I don't know.
Whoa. Now you're attacking their own parents. No, I feel like that's not even a bad thing.
But then when they don't get there on time,
No, you're mad.
now I'm mad. But I know that's how this person is. You know, I kind of know what this person is. So am I wrong for if my values are not mirrored back to me, even though I communicated them and projected them to my friends? Is that am I wrong for being, should I jeopardize our friendship over that?
No, I don't feel like you should.
But it happens a lot.
Well, it does. Again, we need to communicate better.
How?
Just say what I say what I think. You take it the way you want. This is how I feel. This is how if you don't feel the same, it's fine. It's just, let's get into a culture of communicating our feelings, our expectations of our people. And somebody taught me that if you have zero expectations of a person, mostly in a friendship or a relationship, you have not zero expectations like you are useless, but you know what I mean? Like, don't put expectations that, oh, I expect this. On Fridays, I want flowers. Don't put expectations of people. Communicate what you would desire. But then don't put expectations of people. And your life gets so much easier that way.
Yeah.
Because you're not like, oh, it's Friday, it's 12. Ooh, no flowers. You're already angry. Nobody knows you wanted flowers. Are you a witch? We can't read your mind.
You're right. And actually, I'm using my example of time because I was really bad at that. At projecting myself onto my friends. And then when they're late, my whole night or my whole evening would be ruined.
So I have a question for you, Sunny.
Uh-huh.
Is that why you have your friends on your DJ live sets just dancing there? Are you projecting or do they really want to be there? It's a question. The audience wants to know.
Why don't you tell me? Do they really want to be there?
I don't know. Who are those people that be dancing on there? Who are those people? We want you to bring them so we can have a talk
We can project these values
on
onto
them.
them. Yeah.
I'm sure they love being there.
So this late thing, let me go back to it real quick
Okay,
and then
okay.
we'll wrap it up, yeah?
Okay.
So I realized because if they come late, sometimes there's a legitimate reason, sometimes there's not.
Right.
But because that wasn't reciprocated, my night was getting ruined.
I see.
I was in a bad mood the whole time.
So you had expectations that you'd set.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And I had to check myself and be like, yo, okay, it's 5 minutes later.
It's okay.
We're
That's
all
not that
together.
serious. Yeah.
And the whole idea was for us to all get together and have a good time or whatever it might have been. So now that has happened, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes later, let's just have a good time.
True.
And sometimes we're a little too maybe I'm a little too stickled up.
Were.
And I don't know if that happens to some of our audience, or have you ever had any such value that you really wanted your friends to me, but they were not.
Yeah.
They tried hard, they were just not.
Yeah, I do, and mostly for me, it's in. Actually, let me before I go ahead, I see Marion Wamboi Chike. She used to act as my mother-in-law. She's watching from Nigeria, Lagos, Niger. I am so happy to see you here. You don't even know. So I do. For me, it's in production. And when we're trying to set up things, even now, hopefully it's not as bad, but I expect you to understand professional. I'm like, don't do that. don't. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, put that down. You know, I get, because I'm so passionate about it, or I think I know some stuff and I enjoy what I know and I try to learn more, but I'm just like, no, move there. Don't, nani, songa. Like, you know, and I expect, I'm like, dude, we're doing this. Like, and it gets to my,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, we're doing this, move, stop, don't talk.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I would project that to my friends. But again, like you said, it's not that serious. It's a good time. We need to have fun.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, it's about knowing that this person, like you, if you're projecting those values, you're not coming from an evil or a malicious place, you're coming
Yeah.
from a good place.
And a place of perfection. But Sunny, I have a question that's burning in my spirit.
Yeah,
I
okay.
see my coworker Virgilia Guzman. What's good, boo? Do you, Sunny? Would you prefer a friend that challenges you, aka me, or would you prefer? No, I'm kidding. Would you prefer somebody who just agrees with you? You know, like sometimes people may say, "Oh, they're so supportive. They always agree with me. They always, you know, support my ideas."
So,
And would you think I'm challenging you because I'm not for your idea, or I'm like, you just want to be in control, I keep challenging you? Like, how would you rather?
the younger me wanted friends who always agreed with me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The me now, I don't want to say older me because I'm not older, but older than I was.
72 is old. Let's just be realistic.
Wants friends who will challenge me. And so sometimes I think what happens is we have a group of friends that we don't grow in that manner together. And your friends stop challenging you or don't challenge you. And so you move on to friends who will challenge you.
And I like that. Because I mean, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in this friendship, we both had very toxic traits as separate humans.
Yeah.
And then I know you called me out on some shit, and I was like, damn. And it hurt at first.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, we hang out and that's what you really feel? And then the same way for you, I'll be like, dude, you don't have to do that, or you don't have to say that. And you're
Right.
like, wow. And I guess what she said is, you have to be mature enough to come to a point to accept that some people will call you out because they care, not because they don't gain anything
Yeah.
from calling you out or even teaching you
And
something.
I think it's also seeing things from the other person's perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so it's like you just said, if you do something, I tell you, hey, Ida, this was wrong. If
Yeah.
I do something, you tell me, yo, this didn't sit well with me. But sometimes, as friends, we don't do that because we don't want to offend you
or hurt your
or
feelings.
hurt the friend's feelings.
Yeah.
But by not communicating that, it's not fair to the friendship.
Yeah. Oh, you're creating a monster, first
Yeah,
of
because
all.
what's going to happen is if there's something you do and I don't like it and I don't tell you to your face, then next time you do it, I'm getting more and more irritated. And then, you know what? I'm going to confide in someone else and be like, Maze Ida.
Does
Ida,
this.
Ida. Just let me tell Ida.
Yeah. I like that. And Sunny, we're about to jump into
Another whole level.
another whole level. But before that, I see people on here sending comments, and somebody says, in life, friends are the cookie. Go back up. I lost it. In the cookie of
Of
life,
life,
friends are the chocolate chips. I like that, Virgilia. That is super cool. Hi, Yvette. I see you guys there. And I've seen this new form of communication that I particularly think it's very childish. But I've seen people going live on Instagram. I think it's very childish. Oh my God. People going live. You have like 2 or 3 audience, but you're going live talking about, yeah, so this guy, he's a DJ. Sometimes we work together, but the last time we worked together, he was this and this and this. Obviously,
Tell me
everybody
how you
knows.
really feel.
I know, right? Obviously, everybody knows I'm talking about you, right? I mean, and they go live, they talk, they're not talking in positive lines. They're like kind of slicing you, but they're not calling your name Sunny, but they're saying everything that you do. So we all know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this stupidity? Why don't you call up this person or FaceTime them, tell them, hey, I have a problem with you. Let's sit down and talk. So I see my audience on Instagram. Hi, this is the Sunday Wind Down podcast. Please go onto YouTube. You can comment, you can call in. Make sure you go onto our YouTube, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Instagram, for being here. And thank you, Madam Producer, for reminding me. We have so many cameras. You guys should see us. We have so many cameras. We're growing. Anyways, I was talking about these people who are going live.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be so much simpler if you called this person and like, hey, can you give me 5 minutes to just talk to you? This is how I feel, this is how I feel, this is how I feel. Instead of making a fool of yourself and going on live to make fun of somebody who might not even watch, by the way.
No, but I think as human beings we are suckers for drama,
That's true.
right?
I'm with
So
you.
let's get down to the bottom of, and again, we're not calling any specific person out, but I'm just saying there's been a lot of people going live in every culture.
Yeah.
Just going live, instead of me calling Ida and saying, yo Ida, I got a problem with you, I'm going to go live, and I may get a ton of viewers, but what is my reasoning? Is my reasoning to reconcile with you, or is my reasoning
To just shame you?
to shame you, or to create drama, or to get famous off of drama, or what is my reasoning behind that?
Yeah, you
What,
guys.
what do
I
you
mean,
guys think in the audience?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you here, Sunny. Well, we should read a few comments here. I know, Sunny, you have comments both on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
I have Facebook comments over here. I'm going to be reading. Do you have seen something you want to go?
Ida, I see Nzioka Irene saying, Ida, it's a toxic. It's a toxic way of communicating, which people think it's okay since they get the audience online.
Yeah, I also think
Interesting.
it's very toxic. I see Ali saying people who always agree and cheerleading all the time are the worst of friends. Head for the exit if you have one of those. Which is true.
Yep.
You can just be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It grows friendships when you both don't agree on
And I
everything.
think if you have a friend that's constantly agreeing with you, I think they're seeking validation from you. Yeah.
That's a whole new topic. I don't think so. If I constantly agree with you, I don't think so. I don't think they're seeking validation. I feel like it's the point you said earlier where they just don't want to offend you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. This person keeps doing wrong, and this friend keeps feeling like, no. But if I tell them, I'll get dropped off.
Me, I just think they're
They'll feel
sparing your
sometimes-
feelings. That's how I feel. Let's hear what the audience thinks.
Could be. You want
I
to take a
think
call?
this, yeah, let's go ahead and put our number on there and read it out loud for the people who are not able to see the screen right now. Our number is...
Oh, I need to get it.
As Sunny is getting our number, thank you again for tuning in. This is the Sunday Wind Down Podcast. Now, we are about to jump into romantic relationships. This is where all the meat is. Hey, yo, I'm not about to be entangled in this shit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, please do comment. We're about to make a call real quick. And, we're about to give you a number so you can make a call real quick. And if you're on Instagram, please go to our YouTube or Facebook to comment. I see you guys over there. Thank you very much. And I don't know what you just said there. Our number
that did
is
not
9.
work.
Oh, I think Madam Producer pinned our number down there.
Okay,
It's
good.
919-322-8277. Thank
Yep.
you so much. 919-322-8277. That's our number. Tell us what you think. Professional relationships, friendships. We're about to jump in this big ship. Romantic relationships. Oh, you are not ready, guys. You are not ready.
Our graphics were acting up a little bit today.
Yeah? Who
Yeah.
does the graphics for this show? I'm asking for a friend.
We have a graphics guy who likes to drink scotch.
Hey.
Goes live DJing.
Let me go
sometimes.
live and call his Nini out.
Can you go live and call that graphics guy
Or
out?
let me post a meme real quick.
Hold on, Ida. Hold on.
Let me
One
post
second.
a meme real quick and call his ass
Since we
out.
talked about this going live, Manenos.
Yeah.
What about when someone offends you? There are people out there that have a library of memes ready
Yo.
for any situation.
Let me tell y'all, I'm one of those people. No, but the thing is, there's two people. Me, I love memes for days. I love memes. I love quotes. I'll share them if you follow me on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what is going on. I love sharing quotes. If something is funny, let's do it. If something is resonates with me, I'll share it.
Right.
But then I've come to see in this culture where somebody broke up with their boyfriend, they're like, okay, men are trash, don't trust nobody's son. Just because they wear black shorts and white shoes, they are not right. I'm like, that's your man. He wears black shorts and white shoes. Like, what are you trying to say? So you text him instead. But yeah, when people are angry, they share memes.
Let me tell you, if there's a woman in a relationship, right?
Why you now, Nini?
No. If there's a woman in a relationship and you want to know that they're having a problem in their relationship,
Yeah.
if a woman in a relationship posts, where are my independent women at? Let me hear some claps. You know how wamekosana. Walikosana either 10 minutes ago, ama
That
jana
is funny.
usiku, ama he hasn't come home from hanging out with his boys or something. But you will know right there and then, hapa kuna makasiriko.
People are mad. People are mad, angry. How about the people who like post? They're like, oh, me, I had a post. I had one that I'd saved for days. That I'd saved for a year or something, waiting. I posted it a while ago. If you missed it, you missed it. It said, it's time to shoot your shot. I'm sorry, I was busy being lied to. That's after a breakup. You're like, yeah, bitches, I'm back in the market. It's a way of communicating too.
Hey,
It's a way of communicating.
Kuna watu, I don't have to call to know what's going on in their life. I just go to their story and I see what memes they've posted, and I'm like, hey, things have gone down.
But Sunny, if the shoe fits, sometimes I will see a meme or a quote that's funny or sometimes resonates. I've been there, done that, right? And I'll go ahead and share it. And then you'll feel like I attacked you because you are wearing the black shorts I was talking about. I was like, you know what? I never even thought about you, but if the shoe fits, go ahead and wear it.
Now, I don't know about that.
What you don't know about? What you don't know
you do
about?
see this post. That if my post offended you, then maybe I was talking about you.
Yeah,
You know?
if the shoe fits, let's do it.
No, I mean, why can't you just call or text?
It's
or
not you I'm
actually
talking to,
not
so
even
if you
call?
feel like you're the one.
Okay, then if you feel like the shoe was for you
Just
and
wear
it fits, then I think you should that person should make a call at that point too and say, hey, I saw your post. Was it about me?
But how selfish are you? You just think everything I post on Instagram, I have 200 and something thousand followers. It's about you.
You're the only one
Like,
with 200.
excuse me,
Oh,
huh?
excuse me, you're the
Okay,
only one
okay,
with
sorry,
200
sorry.
something
Please, I'm
thousand
verified.
followers here.
Come slowly.
Let me be humble with my 200 followers, please.
I'm verified. Come
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah, let me please
Now,
be humble.
we are our number. If you did not get our number, is 919-322-8277. Call us. Let us know what you think. I see Brian DJ Breeze saying
Shara.
Where's that? Sharupaz to all the independent ones. I don't know what the hell. Oh, it's a Sharupaz. I think it's a thing. To all independent ones. Yeah, we're out here, girl. I see Wambo joined in. Call us. Let us know what you think. Because if we dive into this relationship thing, I'm afraid we'll not be able to swim out.
Yep.
But hey, listen. I'm just gonna go into it, Sunny. I'm
So
not gonna wait.
Since you called out the graphics guy on live, you see it works when you call someone out on a live video. They fix it.
He fixed his life. We're good, guys. The graphics guy kinda sobered up for a minute there. So our number is on the screen again. It's 919-322-8277. Sunny, romantic relationships. I'm just gonna dive into it. I'm not gonna wait for any call because you find us going. Email ishano ngoananga.
Imatrisha enda.
Oh,
We have a call. Okay, Kabramatri ende. Let's take this call. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
And first of all, it's Sharabs. Okay, it's my Sharabs. to
It's
the independent
Sharabs.
one.
Okay, sorry, DJ Breeze. We're sorry.
Sharabs. What it do?
What it
What's up,
does,
people?
baby.
Oh, it's Breeze.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Niko man, kutulia. So niwaulize, okay, swali ilikuwa nini? Swali ilikuwa search, niambie.
Swali ilikuwa hiyo story ya
Post
kwenda
memes.
live ama kupost memes kupass a message on to somebody.
See YOLO.
You know, wacha nikwambie, it's YOLO forever. Let me tell you, if you're a guy and I'm Manzi, like she puts in something that is stiletto worthy and you decide to fit in that stiletto, if the stiletto fits, wear the stiletto.
Tell him, boo.
It's okay. Listen, this is why I tell people, mind your business.
Mind
if
your
it's not
business.
your drama, then don't feed into it. And believe me, I have friends who are petty, and they are good to get a reaction. It's not really that they care to post it,
Yeah.
or it's not because they're going. It's just because they're people who literally just want a reaction out of it. So when you feed into it, I think that requires more self-evaluation as to what in the world you are doing in your current state
Yeah.
to make you feel like you do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people are going to do that. And people always have something to say. People always have something to do. Intimate relationships, regular relationships, the moment you feed into some nonsense that has nothing to do with you and you give that validation, I think that's what, when Sonny, we're talking about validation, I think sometimes people try to get validation whether they like it or not, and they don't understand that that's what they're doing. In that post, they've gotten the validation that it's in their inner self that, hey, by the way, are we allowed to curse? We're not allowed to curse.
Oh yeah, shit.
I
You're
think so.
out. You're very
I think
allowed.
Perfect.
we established
But
that a
I'm
long
saying,
time ago.
You know, if you an ancient person and you do ancient things, like I was called an ancient person today. I was told I have ancient qualities.
Yo, that's
and
a
I
good
have
quality.
to accept that.
I'm
I
with
really
it.
have to accept that. That's the truth. It's just I have ancient qualities. I'm not an ancient person, but I do ancient things. So
I
if I
hear you.
read something that someone posts and I actually feed into it, that's me actually having to come back and say, hey, by the way, you've actually made it a very valid statement. Maybe I am an ancient person.
Ooh.
Hey, let me
let
step
me ask
back.
you-
I'm
Let's
with
figure
it.
that out.
I'm so with it.
Let me ask him a question.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
So, what do you think about Historia Kwenda live and Anika in people instead of just calling them?
Bro, I think, see, to me, that's A, number one, is childish, and B, number two, I don't see the point. And let's be honest, unless you're Ida and you have 200,000 followers, niggas do not give two shits about your goddamn life.
That's
I love to
true.
let people know that every
Yes.
time. Because believe me, if you go on live, Sunny, to answer your question, if you go on live and you have 10, 15, 20, 30, let's say 50 viewers during the week, let's be honest, unless you're a celebrity, you ain't getting more than 50 people watching your damn live.
It is
during
what
the
it
week,
is.
Okay? You get what I'm saying? But if those 50 people who sometimes aren't even in your state, don't even understand your circle, if you're just giving them information, guess what? You're perpetuating your information to other circles that it doesn't need to go to.
Right.
So Historia
Yep.
Kwenda who go on live, and it's petty and it's childish. I don't see the point. Me, if I have an issue, Sonny, I'll be the first one to tell you, hey, by the way, Sonny, this is how I feel. And I have friends who actually call me out on this because I can tend to be a little bit of an asshole sometimes because I just don't deal well with foolishness.
Yeah.
Don't go on
Is that-
live when my cell phone works. I paid my bills, so that
Yeah.
you stupid ass.
Is that why you're always smiling when you're DJing? Because you just don't
Bro,
give a shit?
fun fact, what's Kwambia? So this is why I tell people, if you ever want to know me as a person, even from like the 254 page, always watch me, watch how I started, and how I ended. Because I'm telling you, my first live, when I tell you people handed me, guy,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yo, these people let me have it because they were like, hey, by the way, Mazik, DJ atafanya nini? But I had one of my brothers who really believed in me. But I'm telling you, I made jokes with people on that live the whole time. It got to a point, Ida, I went and played Unvogable and put my middle finger up to the camera because I was like, you're not gonna face
You're messy,
Why?
messy.
but you get what I'm saying? There's
I
a
hear you.
message. Like I'm a very intentional person, and everything I do it with.
But that's the whole idea,
whether
is
it's a
to
relationship.
Go ahead. Communicate. You know, is you have to communicate exactly how you feel, and that's exactly what we're trying to talk about today.
Exactly.
Right,
and I'm not
Breeze.
going to sit here and try to make sure, listen, people in this world, one thing I live by this quote, hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Misery loves company. So
Yeah.
just because someone is hurt because of something going on in their life, they'll try to bring that shit to your life. And they'll make it seem like, oh, I'm going to find kind of a way to kind of bridge my life and your life
Yeah.
so I can make you feel like you ain't shit. And for me, it's
I
like,
see.
you're not going to do that to me. Why? Because I have my own personal battles. I have my own personal, learning curves. I have my own, I have shit that I've dealt with. You don't know how angry I was before I did this mix. What if your words are what sent me over that
Over the top,
damn,
yeah.
Yeah.
barrier,
You're
over
right.
that gate? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I smile because literally, Sonny, I have every reason to smile because, life
Oh,
might
I love
suck
it.
sometimes. But I got too much good shit in my life. I have good people around me. I do good things.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact I might be an asshole. I'm a very loving asshole.
Yeah,
always
I
like to
feel
say that. I'm a
you.
dick. I'm a very loving dick.
Oh, we
Breeze,
love you,
a
man.
lot of people are loving your comment. A lot of people are agreeing with you on the comment section. They love you. They remember your first live. We are so happy that you're watching with us our show.
Got to.
We thank you for your support. Thank you for calling, man. And keep
All right,
doing
people.
you. Your energy is infectious. We appreciate you so much.
We got you. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Let's
Every
do it.
other
Tuko
Sunday.
ndani.
Kondani Ndani.
Asante.
Thank you.
Nani atasema tuko
Listen,
ndani
Tuko
kama
ndani
wait,
kama-
bye.
Sorry. All right, so.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, man.
Oh, that's a nice call. I
Yep.
loved it. Breeze is one of those people. Fuck it, YOLO.
Yep.
It is what it
And
is.
that's the whole idea, is,
That's the spirit.
say what you mean and say it.
And he put something into perspective. He said sometimes you go onto social media and say na. But also social media feeds you negativity. You're going here to try and call out somebody, but then they feed you so much negative vibes. You should have not even gone on live to begin with.
Yep.
You ready? We're
Romantic.
about to get this meat ready.
I'm gonna go easy on my drink.
Yeah, you need a refill. Can I get a refill? No, you can sign name bag up here. Anyway, so when we talk about romantic relationships, Sunny, so I know when you meet a person, when I meet you for the first time, when we go out on a date, we're gonna be so upright. We'll be like, "Hi, I'm Ida."
So there's that level of communication
So
at that point.
yeah, so our level of communication is still not a root. Like the roots have not really grown into it, right? So
It's
we're
the
just over
matao,
here.
It's the leaves.
We're just over here,
Yeah.
right? So we're smiling. I'm like, I'm Ida. Yeah. I don't laugh like that. I laugh like this. But I'm gonna laugh like, right? It's our first date. I'm gonna be so upright. I'll sit up with my shoulders up. No. I'll communicate with you so nicely. But then, when does communication differ? When do I start talking to you like, don't talk to me like that, and putting the finger up if I put a finger up, or even just showing you attitude? At what point does that shift? Because when we start dating, obviously we'll be like, hi, yeah, and then I'll even the things you say that I don't agree with, I'll be like, that's so funny. Anyway, like, you don't really communicate your needs and wants at that point in a relationship, but you just go with it. But then when you start now communicating your needs and wants, they start thinking, oh, you're not the same person I fell in love with. So now, how do I begin this
I think
relationship
I
stuff?
have a raw response and I have a conservative response.
Yo, we want to hear both. Sips drink.
So my raw response as a man, I feel like a woman, when the power of the punani wears out.
I guess we don't want the raw response. Let's go ahead and get to the other one. I feel like that's too deep, Sunny. We just started this relationship. That's how you want to go?
But in the moment he poo-poos in the toilets.
Linda. No, Linda. Honey, Linda. Not right now. We're getting refills, guys.
Our refills
We're
just
getting
appear.
refills. We
They
have
just appear.
the best team, you guys. You should be.
Hold on. There's another call.
We have another call. Let's get a caller as we wait on our drinks before you just destroy us.
All right, let's take this. Hello, can you hear us? Can you turn down your volume on the Facebook Live?
Time, baby.
It's
Oh,
dime
it's
time, baby.
time. Hey.
Me. You know what? This conversation is actually dope as hell.
Huh? Tell us how you really feel. Communicate with us how you really feel.
Do communicate, baby.
Yeah. Tell us.
Communication is something inaitwa Sundown. Msichana kunywa.
Msichana kunywa.
Si mko nakunywa whiskey? Kwani shida ni?
Anyway, communication.
I like what you did there, Dime. Go ahead. What do you feel? Tuambie, unafeel aje?
Kuna besti amewahi kucommunicate vibaya utuambie?
Actually, unajua communication zangu mazezi kuanga fiti.
Yeah.
Yours are short and sweet.
That's true. Dime Time is probably one of the coolest people. Just, if I had an assumption or an expectation of him, it's just, anything goes, man. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, honestly, anything goes. And being honest is hold on.
Guy, Dime, you're going to call live and
And
put
then
us
tell
on
us, put us
pause.
on hold.
Ati hold on.
Hold on.
You hold on. Nani wewe.
Wi-Fi mazimi ishi hapa hivi kidogo.
Alright. Do
No,
tell
being
us what
honest
you
is
think about this
is
topic.
the most important thing. So both basically either ukisema ni Sunday wind down, mtu analeta whiskey mazee alafu June akope hivyo. What's up, man?
No, it's called Sunday Wine Down. If you see our logo, we have a glass of whiskey and a glass of wine.
Yep.
Because we both drink whiskey.
Right.
But I drink more wine because apparently, so we try to find the balance.
There is the whiskey.
You see the whiskey and then you see the
And,
wine. That's
there
why we
is
have
the
a balance.
It's called a
Communication.
balance.
Communication. It's communicated, Dime.
Yep.
I swear.
It's called a balance. Asante sana for calling, my guy.
Thank you, man.
We love you, Dime.
We love you. Cheers.
Love you guys too, man.
Bye.
Hey, so
Time, baby.
to communicate today, it's Sunday whiskey down.
So,
Since that's how we're communicating. today.
Drinks are here. Drinks are here. Drinks. That's my glass. Give me back my glass.
I know your glass. Don't assume I don't know your glass.
Communicate with me nicely. I feel like you're very attacking at this point of communication. So, Stanley, at what point in a romantic relationship do I really show you who I am? Day one, I'm trying to know you. I'm not trying to fake who I am. I am trying to get to know you, but I honestly don't want you to know that I have this weird side. You know, everybody has a weird side. Everybody has things that they don't want to show off. Me is, I speak my mind. I don't want to show that off on the first date. I'm like, And every time my tone goes higher, you're like, yeah, I have something to say, but I won't say it at this moment. At one point, you'll be like, you used to be very nice and submissive. Now you just talk. You have something to say always.
I think not on
When
the
do I-
first,
how
not
do
on
I
the
find a
first date.
balance?
My thing on this is not on the first date, and I haven't been on a date in a very long time. But if I was to think about it, excuse me, not on the first date.
Okay.
And I think you can't just hold who you really are for 2 years or 1 year and then unleash it, pow, all of a sudden. It's like a ramp.
Sunny, somebody said, no, 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 no.
Oh.
This is Terry. She stopped us. She said, no, 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 no. Let's go back to that raw response about
Peaches,
Yeah, okay.
about peaches wearing out.
Terry, we are sorry. Jesus, we are trying to communicate.
About the
Auntie.
tropical fruit. Let's go back to the raw response about the
All right, do
tropical
tell us
fruit.
about that because we're ready to hear what
Okay,
you think, sir.
so
I
I'll come
might
back to the
punch
ram.
him after this, but okay.
Come back. At least it'll be on camera, so if I press charges.
The person just like, I can knock your leg. They don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
So there's the honeymoon period. Everyone who has been in a relationship knows there's that happy, frou-frou, nice butterflies in the stomach period, right? And in that beginning part of the relationship, the mudundo is non-stop.
What is Mdundo now? What is Mdundo for us who don't speak your
So
language?
The sexual energy is at a very all-time high.
we're at 10, eh?
Yeah, we're at
Okay.
10. So any free moment, it's go time.
Okay.
You know? If
So y'all just fuck like rabbits. Okay.
Yep. Fucking all the time. Fucking all the time.
It's an over 18 show, guys. You're
Yeah.
safe.
You can say fuck. So,
Go ahead.
so then, what ends up happening is that slowly starts to slow down and slow down and slow down, and then both sides. Now, me, I'm gonna go from a man's perspective.
Okay.
That's when the woman starts saying, "Hey, you're not as sweet as you used to be. You don't bring me flowers."
We do not sound like that, first of all. Most of us have higher and deeper voices than you. Anyways, that's your
So-
man's side of the story.
So then, at that point, is when the true colors, when the power, when the ether has worn out, is when you really know if this is your true, this person you're really willing to be with or not. When the ether has worn out.
So for us Christians who don't fuck until marriage, at what point does that wear out?
Sips my drink.
Yeah, for us Christians, we'll wait for the answer. Anyway, for us women, we will think about it this way. I understand what you're saying. There's
Yeah.
a honeymoon period and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like the most authentic thing you could ever do is be your most authentic self at the very first thing, at the very first meet. I learned to do this because before I was very shy. Because, guy, my God, I speak my mind. And
Yeah.
you know this. I sit down and somebody will say something. I'm like, yeah, no. Like, even on the first day, I'm like, yeah, no. I don't think that's right. And I'll give this as an example. The Black Lives Matter thing. And I don't want to dive into it, but I went out on a date. My life has been fun.
Do tell.
And then this person said something. I was like, yeah, no. I said, I don't feel like that, and I feel like this and like this and like this. And yeah, because you're great, we just have very little in common. And you don't have to try and call me again. I just said it around.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Around.
around.
Yeah. Which is good.
You know?
Which is good because if you're not gonna lead someone on.
Yeah.
And then not pick up their calls.
I just
say,
feel
"Yo,
your
this is
level
what
of
it is."
intelligence is like right here. Like I was like, yeah. First of all, for such a man your age, I would think you're more, more. He looks good. God, he looked good. Oh, girl, he looked good. But his brain was little. When your brain is little, you can tell her things are little too. So I was like, I don't want to experience it. I'd rather cut it short at this moment before it grows into something. And that's who I am. I will communicate. Like, fuck you. Me, I'll tell you what I think, right? But then, I cannot, I try, now I do that. But before, I never used to do that.
Yeah.
Then 6 months into the relationship, now I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't think you're talking to me the right way. People are like, whoa, 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 what happened to the submissive guy? I'm like, yeah, she's out the window. You're dealing with this one now. And
You
I
know-
feel like that's a flawed representation of yourself.
True. You're putting yourself out there as someone who you really are not.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna rewind a second.
Go.
Yeah, when you just said that leading someone on.
Yes.
Right? I'm going to go back to when we talked about professional communication in the workplace.
Okay.
Right? It goes the same way.
Okay, I'm feeling the whiskey. It's hot in here.
It goes the same way. So, for example, those of you in sales, I don't know about people in other professions.
I have worked in sales. I know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, if someone comes, if you're going to go buy something and you feel like, no, you like something else better, you're just not going to buy this one, and
Yeah.
there's no chance you're going to buy it, don't say, okay, I'm going to think about it and I'll be back.
Yeah.
Then this salesperson has you on a follow-up schedule. Oh, this is a possibility, and he's
She may
counting.
buy it.
You know, and just say, yo, no hard
not for
feelings.
me.
It's just not for me. It's okay to tell someone no. And I think a lot of times we're just not good at communicating no's. If someone asks you for a favor in a friendship too, and you feel like, I can't do it.
By the way, unaniletea ile kitu yangu lini. Kwa imeka huko. Can I ask for a favor here? When are you bringing the thing that we put on the TV? When? Anyway.
Oh. Ile time nitakuwa na time, nitakuletea.
Friendships
yeah.
like this. Give me a deadline, damn it.
But you know, it goes the same way. I think people are too scared to say no. When it's and then they keep leading someone on, like you just said,
Yeah.
unaniletea kitu lini? Naweza kwambia, nitakuletea leo.
And then you
And I
don't
have
show
no
up.
intention of bringing
Yeah,
it today.
yeah.
And then kesho unanipigia unaniletea kitu lini? And then it seems like now it seems like you're bothering me.
Yeah.
You will feel like you're bothering me, and me, I just keep leading you on. You know, so
Yeah.
it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no. You heard it first from DJ Sunny Sistuki of the Sunday Wind Down podcast.
I'm gonna
It's
pull a
okay to
Foxy
say
Brown.
no.
I'm gonna pull a Foxy Brown. No.
Oh, he sang, guys. Please just stay with your day job.
I will.
Anyway, I want to ask you something, Sunny. For example, I'm gonna this is something that I've wondered, and I think I tried to bring it up in a different topic, but this is the best place to bring it up, right? Sunny, we have met. Me and you have no intentions of growing a relationship. Me and you have two different futures.
You're talking about romantically.
Yeah, romantically,
Okay.
yeah. So me and you have no intention of growing a relationship.
Okay.
Have no intentions of growing a relationship.
Uh-huh.
We have different plans of the future. I want kids, you don't.
Uh-huh.
I want to move to Canada, you
California.
don't. Wow, just tell them my plans. Anyway, but then we have this sexual chemistry. So you're a man, I am a woman. I'm afraid to tell you, hey, we have this sexual chemistry. We don't have to get into a relationship. We could just pursue that, and that's it. Don't ask me any questions. I mean, if I'm, you know
mean
what I
a
mean?
casual relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
At what point do you feel like when a woman communicates that, she's like, that's a hoe? Because that's the generation we live in. When a woman is well spoken and they say, I just want to sleep with you and that's it. Men have been doing it for years. You know, if I'm like, Sunny, you don't want kids, I want kids. You don't want to move to Canada, I want to move to Canada. We have this sexual chemistry, we're doing this or not.
So are you trying to ask me how do you communicate that?
My question is, if I communicate that, how will I appear
Be
to you as the person in this situation? And also, how do I even communicate that as a woman and not feel like I am being a hoe?
Okay, so if the other person is in the same space as you and feels like that's all they want, then they will take it in the right way. But if this other person has feelings about you, say me in this case, if we're using us as an example.
Yeah.
So say if I have feelings and I want to take this relationship to the next level, but all you want is the
But we've
mundo.
already established. Don't do that hand gesture again. We've already established that we don't have a future together.
Okay.
Like, you know how you sit down with somebody and you're like, yeah, where is our future? Oh, you're thinking of opening a business? I'm thinking of opening a business. No, we can probably join this business.
Yeah.
So me and you have sat down, we have nothing in common in terms of our future goals.
Right.
In terms of our family values, we have nothing in common. But then we have this sexual chemistry that's just fire. Do we pursue it or do we not?
That's up to the two of you.
No,
Now,
I
as
want
long
to
as-
hear you from like a man's perspective.
So my perspective is, as long as you're not hurting someone else and you both agree on the same thing, then that's fine.
But how do
the
I
moment-
communicate that to you without hurting your feelings? If you're thinking there's something here, I'm thinking there's
well,
nothing here.
So if you communicate that to me and I tell you, no, I really think we should pursue it, then you can say, no, that's not what I'm looking to do,
Like,
and you move on.
I'm out.
Or I can say, you know what, I'm thinking the same, that yeah, maybe we should, that sounds like something we should do. But then at the same time, now just understand that I will eventually find a future with someone, and at that point this has to stop.
Right, and I love that you brought that up. I would love
If that
Terry just said just smash lol. But the thing is, I would love for us to be on the same mental space, right?
Yeah.
I would love for us, but I don't know how to bring that up.
just like that.
I can't. It's more difficult than it is here.
No, you just say, hey, and that's the thing, communication is not easy.
So how do you start that?
Yo,
How-
we just
so-
fucking, yo.
Also, can I ask you this? We're in that space, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you, hey, are you also messing around with somebody else? Should I be more careful? Should I also mess around with somebody else? Or is this super exclusive, but exclusive to a point where it's just that?
Now I don't know how,
Very
I don't know how to answer
complicated.
that.
See? Communication is not as
Actually,
easy,
I'm so
guys.
glad I'm not in the dating scene because that is too complicated. That is
Let's go
beyond
to a
me.
game.
Me hapo sasa sijui.
Oh my God! Somebody said, Ali said, hiki to your friends with benefits huanza poa, benefits huanza poa, then kidogo mtu ana demand kualikwa family gathering. Damn! No, you've met the wrong one. He said this thing about, friends with benefits. It's always good at the beginning, but then you hear this lady saying, oh, are we going to meet your family?
Here's
It's
a
not
comment
with
from
it.
Jamie Kitanga from Ohio.
Hey, Jamie.
Big up, Jamie. 254 Men Keeping It Real. That's his podcast. Amesema lay all the cards on the table from jump. I agree.
I like that, but don't act like it's that easy, Jamie. Aki, don't act like so. Me, I'm here. I'm like, yeah. So we have nothing in common. You're not the guy I would introduce to my friends. You're not the guy I would introduce to my family. But then, how do I tell you that without hurting your feelings? You have to
tell
be
them.
a mature person to receive this communication. You have to
You know,
be very
as a guy,
mature.
let me tell you something. As a guy, so men can correct me if I'm wrong, but as a man, say I'm not involved and maybe I'm not looking for a relationship, and a woman tells me that we are not in the same space, we don't have the same future. That's things women think about a lot. Men don't think about that stuff a lot. And the woman says, but yo, the sex is banging. That's all the man is hearing.
Sex is banging.
That's all the man is hearing. So he said, okay, the sex is banging, let's keep sexing.
What if you start catching feelings for me and I'm not with
at that
it?
point you lay the things on the card.
Don't act like
you lay
feelings-
the cards on the table.
feelings-
You say, yo, no feelings, we do this.
Sunny,
And
don't
if
act
you-
like feelings don't be caught.
they can be caught.
Feelings be caught, alright.
But I'm trying to tell you, when you communicate that to a man, the only thing a man,
Is
what
he
the
about
man
like,
is gonna
oh,
hear
still
more
gonna
than
tap
anything
that?
else is the sex is banging. Because you really massage that guy's ego.
Yeah, somebody says little brain, little Ida Jesso. I mean, doesn't it show?
Yep.
When you have a little brain, we don't have to explain the rest, no?
Yep.
I think so. Anyways, you guys, this is I feel like I wanna is this whiskey? I should have just stayed to wine. Now, Sunny, I have a question. Screw all that we just talked about. You guys share your comments. We're gonna go back to it. But I have a question for you guys as well, right? So, Sunny, say for example, and I use Sunny as an example because that's who you see us. That's how you see us here
Me,
on the
I'm
podcast.
Ida's guinea pig.
If I come out with a coronavirus vaccine, I'll shoot him first. If he dies, you guys. Anyway, Sunny, for example, me and you have dated for a year, right? And we had the honeymoon phase.
The
We,
mdundo.
we had that freaking hand gesture that I hate that Sunny's doing. We had that phase. And then now, I'm just like, we're in a year into it. So I've been faking all our sex. I've just been mourning for you, for your ego, right? At what point do I be like, hey, Sunny, I feel like you don't know where this thing is located.
Well, I think there's a way to do it.
How? Do tell, we are curious.
Yeah, because like I said, to a man that's important, right? So there's a way of saying, yo, I think let me show you how you can please me. I think that is perceived much better than saying you're not pleasing me.
Sunny, honey, Honey,
Don't tell me what
Linda,
you can't
listen,
do. Tell me what you
listen.
can do.
No. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded like a line from a rap song. Anyway, I wanted to say this, Sunny. We've already been in a relationship for a year.
A year.
It's a whole year.
A whole year of faking is very...
Right?
Woo.
And then...
I'm glad I'm not in that space anymore. I'm just saying.
Anymore, we need a therapy session.
Someone just said, Ida, 1 year is too long.
I know.
Who fakes
Alien.
for a year?
Please me, I have done it.
Ladies, have you ever faked for a year? Okay.
Okay,
Don't-
maybe
don't.
somebody, Nelia said, Ida did not come to play today, baby. You know it. But Sunny,
Yeah.
we're so good together. We communicate. Fabulous. We pay our bills together. Great. We are so in tune with each other. But I'm missing the sex. You're having a blast. I mean, this pussy gold.
Literally
But
a
you're
blast.
having a blast, right? But I'm not. You don't know where this thing is located. You're just everywhere but there. So at one point, I don't want to hurt your feelings because I do love you. It's been a year. I do love you. I do care for you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm asking for advice, Sunny. Don't tell me how you feel. I'm asking for advice from a man. How do I tell this man that, honey, you're not satisfying me sexually?
I just told you. Instead of saying, it's not, you're not hitting it, you say, let me tell you how you can please me. I think women do that a lot. That they don't communicate how they get pleasure. They expect the man to read their mind
I mean,
or
you
read
guys-
their punani and figure out how to give them pleasure.
Maybe you need to read a manual on that, Punan. Anyway, yeah, so how would you rather I communicate this with you? Do I sit you down at a dinner table and be like, hey, babe, so I have something? Or do I just tell you in bed? Do I tell you before sex? Do I tell you after sex? Like, at what point do I tell you?
I think what you do is, depending on when things get intimate, is it after you guys have watched TV, right before you go to bed, as you're getting
We
ready
don't
for
have a
bed?
schedule,
I
chicky
know-
chicky
I know
bang bang,
there's- I know there's no
anytime.
schedule, but say it's normally like right before you go to bed or something like that. At that point, you can say, "Hey, honey, I want you to please me even better. I don't know," or just say something like, "Let me show you," or guide the man.
Do I bring a video and be like, hey, babe, this is how I like you to eat? Do I bring a video?
And make it a game. I don't know. Play some.
How do I
games.
make it a game? Damn it.
Play, you know, there are those card games that you
Ali
pick-
Badawi says send a text. Guys, we're in a dilemma.
Yeah.
The women want
No,
to hear
you
because
can-
I'm
you
not
can-
alone
you can
on
make
this
a
one.
game. You can make a game.
How
You
am I
can-
gonna make a game? You're there on top of me. I'm like, baby, you wanna play a game?
No, not right there. You can, you know, there are these games you can buy, right? And so the game has a deck of cards, and you pick the cards that. you
Okay,
think
we're
are
gonna make you a game. It's gonna be exclusively Sunday wind down sex game.
We should come.
We're
up
working with that. It's something we're working on. We're gonna give you. You will only buy from the Sunday Wind Down podcast page. Hold on, we got you because I got things to say, ladies. I got you on this one. Half the deck will be about us. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got you, Sunny. Continue.
So the game will be where the girl can take the cards that she gets pleasure from, and she can give the man to do those things. Ati?
I saw a comment and I almost had a whole mind nini.
Where is it?
Brian DJ Breeze, he said, random question. I was told a woman's orgasm is far better than a man's. Is that true, Ida Alicia? DJ Sunny, he would not
Me,
know.
I don't know how a woman's orgasm is.
Oh yes, it is. When you get one, which is occasionally, because y'all can't hit the right spot. Apparently, you didn't study it in biology. But yeah, when we do get it, oof,
But I also think it is.
it's far more, Sunny. It's my moment. It's far much more greater. Okay, you're welcome, Sunny. Go on.
Luis Muyoti says communication. Talk to me without crushing my ego, and that's important.
And that's
if you love the
difficult.
guy that much, then.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's games. There's different ways of doing it. Now, if you're just trying to shame the guy,
No, we're
Then-
in a relationship. I care for you. I'm really trying to just get an orgasm here. Period.
Simple.
It's just like, hey, yo, am I gonna buy another toy or are you gonna learn how to do this?
Yeah, so you come up with card games, or you can express yourself. Hey, here's these 3 cards. Today let's do these, or whatever. Or, you know, I don't know. Talk to a sex therapist. I don't know.
Yeah, or call me, I'll tell him what to do. Anyways,
Yeah.
Sunny, I feel like I've entangled this thing too much.
It's an entanglement.
It's an entanglement.
It's
Guys,
an
let us read a few
entanglement.
comments before we get too entangled into this. And you know we're about to get into the Jada and Will situation. You know. I mean, it's Ida and Sunny. How can we not?
Yeah.
Let's read a few comments. Sunny, you got something?
Let's see. Strip poker. Eddie
Ooh.
Shadi says strip poker.
Now, strip poker, and you still can't get the right spot. I'm not even stripping. I'm tired.
But it's women like foreplay. So
Oh, yes, men. If you get anything from this
now
topic
this has
today,
turned into a sex talk.
can I just
It's
have
about communication.
I'm communicating with the audience. I'm trying to tell you, men, if you get anything from this topic today, foreplay for a woman is everything. If you give her the enough foreplay, you will get enough of whatever you're looking for after.
Yep. There's
I
a
got
comment here by Brian Ahenda.
Let's do it.
Let's try this. Don't tell me what I'm not doing. Tell me what else I can do.
Yeah, obvi, because I'm trying to massage your ego.
No, it's not just that.
Oh, I like this. Terry said, can you read that?
There's no polite way to tell a man he ain't cutting it without bruising an ego.
That's true. And that's our
that is-
struggle. No, I swear to God, that's our struggle as women. There's really not a right way to tell you, hey, babes, I'm really not getting off. I've been faking for... I know people have been telling me, Ida, 1 year. It's just an example duration. Don't worry, I can't fake it for a year. Please, I'm Ida. The hero. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just an example. But 1 year is too long, Ovi. But what she's saying is true. You cannot not hurt this person's feelings.
Coley
can't
says
say-
yes to foreplay.
Yes to foreplay, Ovi. Is she a girl? Why am I saying Ovi? So, nasikia nikana sa mdemo California white.
David Gatere, you can guide the man during the foreplay session. That works. What works and doesn't work for you.
That's good. And that's a culture that women need to get more into. I feel like I should start studying sexology because
Okay, so
Yo,
I
I'm
think we need
fucking
to
by-
do a
hold on,
whole
hold on.
topic on this sexual energy.
I think we need to. But let me say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When typically in our culture, we are not very vocal. Excuse me, we're not very vocal in terms of, as women, in terms of what we like and what we don't like, right? So I feel like if we encourage more women to be like, honey, don't do that. Here, put your fingers here, put your tongue here, put whatever you're putting here, it will be better. As opposed to me just sitting there and just enduring. I'm like, that's not even it. That's not even it. I
But
don't
yeah,
even
but
like
when,
that.
When it's not it, then say, hey,
That's what I'm saying, Sunny.
take the head, move it. Take the hand, move it.
No, y'all be out there like, I'm like, ikichwa imepigilia msumari kwani tumemsulubisha. But what I'm saying is, if we get into a culture of talking during sex, it's not like I'm the best sexologist in the world, but and it's something a therapist said to me, and they said, well, not to me, but we had a class and they were talking about women and sex and whatever. They said, if you get into a culture of talking more during sex, you'll be like, honey, move to the left, and you won't feel uncomfortable because you don't want
Yeah.
you know, like, honey, to the left, and then you're like, yes, right there, don't stop. Those are few words. You don't have to be like, yeah, do you know who your daddy is? It's Kamau Joroge Moniki. Yeah, do you know? No. Don't ask me who's my father. Please, my father makes me angry. Don't be like, who's your daddy? I'll put my clothes on and go. Like, you know, Anyeke. I'm not doing it. Can't buy me my drink. I'm so intense.
Judy Kiagiri says, as an equal opportunity lover, can I just say African men are way too sensitive to feedback.
Judy, I feel you.
You all need to be open to getting constructive criticism or guidance.
Yes,
Yo,
baby.
Maybe, yeah.
You're different. You have been exposed to new things, and that's what I keep telling you. Don't just wrap your like America and communication, and they make it so common. Like they make it so almost a norm. They make it such a norm that hey, we talk about sex, we talk about this. But in Africa we don't.
Yep.
So it's weird. Like when a girl says,
But
"I
in
don't do
Africa-
that, do this," people like she's been around.
In
No,
Africa,
she
the-
knows
the-
what she wants.
The man is dominant, the woman is submissive. That's the common theme.
I mean, unless there's like 50 Shades of Grey
And
type
you know,
of shit, I'm not submitting fush.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, and I've said that a million times today. Over there,
You're wrong.
the man is the woman's job, according to based on what you see the common theme in African culture. The woman's job is not to get pleasure from sex, is to give birth to kids.
You're right.
Is to reproduce.
And also to just give pleasure to the man,
Man.
which is not a culture we want to promote here. The Sunday Wind Down does not promote that.
So that's what we're trying, because that culture is generational. It's so ingrained. Trying to move away from that mentality sometimes and I think as more generations come to be and things open up more and more and more, you know, there's a whole people getting to know more about all kinds of different sexualities, bisexual, transsexual,
All the other
you know,
sexuals.
LGBT, all
Qs,
the,
NW.
and the Bs and the Qs and the Ts. I mean, I think the sexual world is opening up, but the key here is the communication part. Is at the end of the day, don't suffer in silence. Communicate, and if it's not reciprocated, maybe the person will think about it later, and it may not be reciprocated the right way right away.
But
maybe
later.
over time it can be. And at the end of the day, there's no need to suffer. It's just
No
best
need
to
suffer.
communicate.
You're right. It's best to communicate. Somebody said, okay. And I'm thinking here, what about sex toys? Is that something men are open to, or is that something a woman should feel ashamed to?
We will
wait,
have
wait,
a
wait.
sex topic.
Wait, no, I'm just asking.
about
Somebody did
communication.
ask that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Is that something women should feel shy to talk about? Like, hey, I like this sex toy. You know, a sex life. Is that something they should feel shy to talk about with their spouse or their significant other, or is it something that it should be welcomed into their sex life? I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's actually a very, very valid question.
And I think a lot of times also as a man, to answer that question, what happens is a man falls in love with a woman because of her physical appearance, whatnot, her characteristics,
Yeah.
all those things, right? And then what happens is this woman, you end up slowly over time, you end up seeing this woman in a different light. Suddenly she's the mother of your child. Suddenly she's your wife. She's not your girlfriend or anything like that anymore. So now you desexualize this woman. The woman that was sexualized at one point is desexualized,
I like
right?
that. That's
so
kind of deep.
at some point the woman was, you would get turned on if the woman did naughty things, and then all of a sudden, wait, you're the mother of my child, why are you doing that? You know, so we need to deprogram ourselves from desexualizing women over after a certain.
I like that, and because we're just from the African descent, that's
Yeah.
what we grew up knowing and everything. And I see a comment here. Brian Henda said, "No, shop for them together. The sex toys, shop for them together."
Okay.
And I think, I mean, and like he said, in our culture, it was not very big for us to talk about sex and everything. It was always for the woman to satisfy the man, but women also have urges. So please make sure you communicate in your relationship. If you don't learn anything today, please make that woman happy. That's what I'm trying to teach you tonight.
And please make that man happy.
He's always happy. He always finishes anyway.
That doesn't mean happiness.
Please, it's happiness. That's all he knows.
So speaking of entanglement, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Historia Wilna Jada. Me, I'm not judging here.
I'm not judging either. Please,
Right.
I'm not even in their shoes.
We don't really know what happened other than what's in the media. So the true story is, I think only DJ Slim Martin knows the true story. But
Who is logged into my Facebook? I just want to know who is logged into my Facebook, because they said, now talk to us about dolls. Who? Madam Producer and the team behind the camera. Who is logged into my Facebook? Because that shows us Ida Alicia. I did not ask that. I'm not even typing. Who is logged into my Facebook account?
so, let's talk about this story entanglement.
Yeah.
I just wanted to really get a quick feel of the audience. So the general consensus in what the media has shown is that these two were not together.
They were
when
not?
This entanglement happened.
So let me explain what I understand from it,
Uh-huh.
right? So Jada and Will, who'd been together for a long time, took a break. This is about 4 years ago, 5 roughly. Took a break, and they're like, hey, and actually it was Will. He said, I'm done, I'm tired, that's it. He was already over her. He was like, just go. And they decided to break up. They were in the middle. You know how you break up? Sunny and I, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you've done this before. You know, or me, I've done this before. When you break up with somebody, but you're like, it's not a broken up. It's like, hey, let's try and fix it. Maybe we broke up at the moment, but you know, it's just because of anger. So that's where they were. So they broke up for a minute. And in this season where they were broken up, Jada went ahead and got August. And to her, she got into an entanglement. And Will was like, you mean a relationship? Will did not bullshit. He was like, you mean a relationship? And yeah, Jada got into a relationship with this man who is younger than her. And I have no problem. Please, I can date 20 up or 20 down. Don't even play with me. Anyway, so Jada said that, wait, not 20 down. Please, God forgive me. 20 down is far, considering I'm only 20 something.
20 down is very far.
I meant 5 down and 20 up. But yeah, And so the problem that I guess the whole society got with was August came to this family to seek help. He was not good mentally. He was not good physically. So they were trying to help him. People think Jada took advantage of August. And I feel the same to some extent. I feel like, hey, if you're not mentally stable and I'm here to help you, I feel like she took advantage of him. She got the good, but in return of her helping him. How do you feel, Sanning? And I'm so curious.
Well, my question is, okay, I'm not going to ask a question to a question. I mean, if they were separated and that thing happened, then it happened. I don't think anyone cheated on anyone.
I don't think they cheated either.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they got back together. From what everything looks like on the surface. In fact, I think August just came out with a song called Entangled.
Yo, first of
with
all,
Rick Ross.
August just had an interview today and he's like, I still care for Jada. I still love her. I was like, no, shit. You done been detangled. Go ahead and move on.
Yeah, but the real dynamic of that, only they know. You know?
Only they know.
Only they know. There's
Only
been a
they-
lot of talk online. There's been a lot of memes. There's been all that stuff. Things can happen. Things can happen to anybody.
You know, it's fun when your life is not in the public because
Yeah.
you get to hide your weaknesses and your problems.
Yep.
But when your life is in the public eye, it is what it is.
Yep, and I think they've done their best to communicate, I guess, whatever it is that's happened.
Yeah.
But my question is this. So Jada had this, and Will had this, and August had this. Imekusaidia ama imekumalizaje?
No, it's Sunny. I'm not gonna act like it didn't fuel my fire. It fueled it. I was like, ooh! I always wanted to have that Will and Jada kind of love.
Yep.
And then after a while, I was like, but do I want it really? I mean, like I said, once you're in the public eye, your life is kind of not yours entirely.
Yep.
Like the audience has so much to say about your life, and we're running out of time. We're gonna wrap this up in just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you're already in the public. We own you a little bit. We own you just a little
There's
bit.
some comments here, yeah?
Go for it.
There's one by Zach. Jada is abusive.
How
Took
do you know?
advantage of a mentally challenged kid and sexually exploited him. Simple. Doesn't matter whether Will was hurt or not.
And also Jamie Kitanga says August caught feelings and he felt some type of way. And it's true. Do you agree you could sleep with somebody, they catch
So
feelings,
it's-
you don't?
It's like that thing we talked about where you said, this is just a sexual thing. And then maybe there was a miscommunication there where August was like, Jada was like, this is just
we're in a relationship.
Jada was like, this is the mdundo. And
That
August was
freaking
like,
hand gesture again, guys.
and August was like, yo, this is like, I'm like,
I'm like, you're not using actual words. Louis said, why should we care? Does it change water temperature?
that's exactly what I said.
Me,
earlier.
I think it was on the shared room. We should care.
Anyway,
But I mean, like, these are people. Some people look up to these people, and
there were,
it is
these,
what it is.
and it goes, one time on our podcast we talked about couple goals.
yes,
And people used to
hashtag
say how Will and Jada
Will
were
and
couple
Jada.
goals. Yo, you really don't know what's going on.
you don't know what's going on.
You don't know.
You don't know what's going on, but we are just so happy to have you here. We have a few things that we think hinder communication.
And we're going to wrap it up with those things.
We
real
are
quick.
going to wrap
Yep.
it up with those things. If you have something very important, very burning to say, please shoot it on the comment section so we can read before we wrap up. But the things that we, as the Sunday Wind Down podcast team, think that hinder communication, for one thing, is the phones. Sometimes I'm trying
No,
to
not
talk.
my phone, these things.
Put that thing down, I'm using that. But your phones, sometimes when you're trying to have a serious relationship and your phone dings, you'll...
Conversation.
Oh, relation. I said relation? Oh, it's the whiskey, guys. It's the whiskey. But yeah, sometimes when you're trying to have a serious conversation and we're talking and I'm into the conversation and then your phone dings and then you pick up your phone and look at your phone, that shows me you don't care about what I say or what I'm trying to even communicate. Your phone is more important than you, and we think.
I think we're all victims to this to the phones. Everyone's always on their phones.
their
On the
phone.
dinner table, they're on their phones.
Yeah.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible.
We know you're horrible.
horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's a bad thing.
I'm terrible.
Big man thing, big bad
And
thing.
you know, to add on to the phones, there's the social media aspect. Because when you're on your phone, mostly you're on social media.
Yeah, and that's where I was getting to. We
Yeah.
both agree, and the team even behind the camera agrees that the phones take away from a lot of communication.
Yep.
And we trying to be better and also encouraging you to try and be better is when you're having a serious conversation with somebody, please put your phone away, put it on silent. Whoever is on the other side can wait.
Yep.
Have this serious conversation. Give the people in your life time to communicate with you because, man, life is short.
We're too connected with things that don't matter.
Oh wow, that's damn it. This man is smart too.
Yeah.
Shit.
We're
That
too-
was deep.
We're too connected with things that don't matter and
That's
not as
deep.
connected with things that matter.
Right.
And that's a hindrance in communication.
Yeah.
Ida,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you.
Ooh.
Have you ever been to a club or a loud place, a social gathering, and then you meet someone that you had a riffraff with, that maybe you all needed to sort some things out. You all needed to hash some things out.
Boy, with all my ego,
Yeah.
no, I'm not even
And
gonna
then-
act like I know him.
And then at the club is when this person decides we're gonna hash this story. Because now the drinks are in, emotions are high, we're gonna hash this
And they're
thing
always
out.
like this. Let me act it out. So me, I was thinking the music's like do. So I was saying, Nani, ngoja kidogo, I'm coming to get the vodka.
Hold on. Okay, let's try this
It's
again.
so terrible.
Okay, do it again. Do it again.
What are you about to do? So I was saying, I'm going to get. I'm saying.
No, Ida, no.
It's not even going to the girls. No, listen. Guys, hey, that was good acting right there. That was good acting. Hey, DJ Sunny. I mean, I'm higher.
That was a song actually by Fully Focus, his newest song.
And that's the
his
song we
newest single.
played in the
Yeah,
first,
at
the beginning
yeah.
of the episode. It's a good
Yeah.
song, but that's the thing. Like you have to find the perfect ground for communication.
You don't do it in a loud club when everyone's having a good time and say,
Don't ruin my night.
Yeah.
Like, don't ruin
Yeah,
my
or
night.
if you're at a house party somewhere and there's a bunch of people, don't pull someone outside.
Come, we need to talk. It's not the time.
No, it's not the time to talk. That's a hindrance in communication.
I
right
like
there.
this. I'm happy. Yo, dude, you did good on there.
Hmm?
So proud of you. I'm communicating here. Receive the praise
You all
before I
got
take
the
it back.
communication. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. That kind of stuff, social media and your phones. Let us try and communicate with the people in our lives like they're in our lives.
Yep.
These other extra things can wait. They really can wait.
Absolutely. And then, in conclusion, ushairarua kakiti meraruka ama kanguo kameraruka, something is torn.
Some people who don't speak English.
Yes,
they
I just
right?
realized. You know, when I drink, I default to
Not
Swahili.
English, I meant Swahili.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if something is torn, if you get a small tear somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you don't tend to it, the tear keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and
Right.
eventually that thing is ruined,
Right.
right? Communication is the same way. When the tear is small, is when the communication needs to happen to go ahead and repair the tear.
Yeah, that's
Because
good.
if you let the tear keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger,
it gets worse.
then it'll be beyond repair.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
and you'll have to have a whole new couch, and that means a whole new person.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
That's super
So
dope.
let's
I like
repair when in the early stages.
I
Let's
like that,
communicate
Sunny.
in the early stages whenever there's a miscommunication. Not in the club,
that. Yeah, like
but in
find
the early
time.
stages.
Yeah,
Make
you're
time.
right.
Make time to call someone, and if they don't pick up, leave a voicemail, text them, try again. Make multiple attempts to communicate with people because it is your responsibility to not just say nilimpigia once hakuchukua."
Hakushika.
No, it's your responsibility. And if everyone thinks that way,
We're gonna make such a better feature for future guy.
future.
Please,
future
Uncle, act
fire.
accordingly. Act accordingly. I also think, Sunny, that when you put yourself into somebody else's shoes, because we are human and we tend to be very selfish at times. I'm like, no, this is how I feel. This is how it made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes take some time to take yourself out of the picture and be like, how did they feel? When I
Right.
said, hey, you're a freaking brat, how did I make them feel? You know, let me sit in their shoe for a moment. I'm like, yeah, I would not appreciate it if somebody told me that. So I see why they got really angry and reacted the same way they did. Let's make a culture of getting. And Sunny, we have literally, like you, June, Lynette, and I have tried to put that into
It
practice.
takes work. It takes work.
You have to see, wewe unasema, why are you saying this?
Yeah.
And for what? You know, sometimes I don't understand it. I'm like, yeah, you don't understand it. But if I sit in your shoes, I'm like, oh, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
And it's something you have to. It's not something that comes naturally.
Everyone thinks differently.
Right. It's not something that comes naturally.
Yeah.
You have to take time to put yourself in this person's shoes and like, is that how it sounded when it came from me? And like we said, Sunday Wind Down podcast is something that we try to encourage ourselves to be better. Us encourage ourselves here in front of you to be better, and you behind the camera, and you in the comment section to be better. I mean,
Yep.
what
Speaking
can
of
we do?
communication, I will honestly say I think this podcast has helped us as friends
Yeah.
communicate so much better.
That's so true.
Because
That
as we
is
plan
so
this
true.
podcast, we realize we have such a big difference in opinion, in
Yeah.
thought, or even in how we just do things in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
And this podcast has really taught us how to communicate.
It's taught us so much. It's taught us patience.
Yep.
Because like me, I am very impatient. Like already, if I figure something out, I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm good. And but then somebody else has something to say, and I'm like, I used to close that out. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, somebody else has something, and you're like, whoa, I never thought of that. But it gives you that chance to just expound your patience, the amount of patience to just listen to what the other person has to say, and like, man, that makes the podcast so much cooler. Even the live sets, that makes the live sets
Yeah.
so much cooler
When
because
we
I thought about what you had
When we
to.
plan those live DJ sets,
Yeah.
we come together as a team.
We
and
fight a lot.
Like
You
I
guys
am
are-
looking at it completely from a musical aspect. She's looking at it from an artistic aspect. June is looking at it from
realistically,
a message-
what is the audience gonna see? That's where she's sitting, and we're like, we don't care. We're doing this. June's like, no, but we're, you know, it's hard.
and
but
we have to communicate that.
Yeah.
And when all that communication comes through to everyone, you end up creating a masterpiece.
yes,
You really do.
it's so magical.
It
We
really
could not
is.
have done it. Even this whole podcast as itself, we could not
Alone,
have
one
done
person,
it.
we couldn't have. It's a product of communication.
It is.
Everything we've been able to do is a product of communication.
Yes.
So to close out, yeah, I have one more thing I wanted to kind of put out there. Like
Go for
if
it.
you're in a romantic relationship, especially, or even in general, there's a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
If you have someone that is down, that's feeling down,
Yeah.
maybe they got fired,
Mm.
maybe they were just demoted, maybe someone passed away. You know,
Mm.
common trend has it that we tend to uplift them. We do everything we can to uplift their spirits.
Mm.
We do everything we can to try and make them feel better, right? But the more I think about it, that's the wrong way of going about it. You know, I feel
Right.
like we need to empathize with this person. We need to understand instead
Don't
of giving
fix them.
advice. There's no need to fix. Exactly. You're not
Yes.
trying to fix. You're trying to say, look, I see where you're coming from. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, yeah.
Everything's, you know, we'll figure this out. Don't worry. You know, it's okay to feel.
Yeah.
Don't try and validate their emotions. It's okay for them to feel the way they feel. And
I think
just
that's
like,
super important.
yeah, and we, like men, I know we're guilty.
Because men are fixers.
We're fixers.
Yeah.
If June is not feeling like
You're like,
down, if she's feeling
buy you
down,
flowers.
then I'm like constantly, what can I buy? Can I go get you food? Do you want some wings?
Yeah,
Can I do
no.
this? Can I massage your feet? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can
sometimes she wants you to just sit,
I and just
be
there.
in the moment with
Yeah.
her.
And we are guilty as hell of that. So
Yeah.
let's not try and fix.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I
Yep.
really respect that. And the more, I mean, and I, like we said, the Sunday Wind Down podcast is for us to, what we learn in each other's lives and the people around us, to just share.
Yep.
I mean, if we can make a better future for our kids, if we ever have kids, man, we're drinking right now. We don't know. We've not talked about that topic. But yeah, you know, if the next generation is better than us, that's really what we're striving
Yep.
for.
Yep.
It's
And
just to
I'll
be more
clarify, if we were to have kids, not with you.
Not together, guys. They would be devils. But what I'm saying is for the next generation to be better, to be more sensitive to each other's feelings, and to be just, I guess, more sensitive to each other's feelings is the bottom line.
And say what you feel. Say what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You
Please
know?
be like Ida. Just
And I
just
have come a long
blatter it
ways.
out.
I've come a long ways in that communication to the point where I refuse to be fake. I want to tell you, I've called you so many times and told you, Ida, I want to give you my 2 cents. This is how I feel.
So
And you
have
may
to
not
say,
like it. And it's okay.
Have I called you so many times? I told you this is how I feel. Guys, we really appreciate the love and support. The Sunday Wind Down podcast would not be the same without you guys.
It really wouldn't.
It would not. We love and appreciate you guys. People who know us personally. We love you. You know we're crazy in real life. People who know us through the podcast, we are genuine. That's the one thing we strive to put out in all the content. You are doing it. In all the content we put out, we strive to be as genuine as possible, because we are tired of the fake facade we see on social media and everything. So we decided to start a podcast that we're genuine. We love people for who they are.
Exactly.
If we call them out, we call them out, but we love them for who they are. And guess what? We have music today.
We have some hot music.
We have new music today,
New
guys.
music today. We have we have 3 different songs actually I want to play. That's a surprise to you. But I just decided we're going to play 3 songs. The first song is a song...
We're gonna need to talk about some shit communication here, because we only had one song.
Yeah, we have one song, but the other 2 songs I played during our intro.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can
Right? I played them at the beginning of our podcast while we're about to come live. And they're brand new songs by local DJ producers, and we'll make those known.
Yes.
But we'll start with this new song.
But do you want to read some comments before we go? Because all this love we're receiving in the comment section, we cannot just... We
Let it
appreciate
pass.
and love you guys so much. Kuna mtu ananichongo hapa. I hear Brian said, Brian DJ Breeze said, ati leo Aida Alicia Keroche imetoka. I'm saying, he whiskey. This one is not a joke. That's why I drink wine, my guy. That's why I drink wine. Gino OPI said, I love the Sunday wind down. And you know what, Gino? We love you back. I mean, this could... Imagine us just going live with just us 2 as the audience. That would not be the same thing. We love you back. We really appreciate the support.
And we appreciate everyone that's been tuning in consistently. We want to bring you the best that we have to offer. The
And
best.
also, we keep saying, the one thing is we're genuine. This is who we are on a daily.
Upendo usipende.
Upendo usipende, haters, lovers, this is who we are.
Yep.
We try to push being genuine, loving your people around you, and just spending time with the people that matter in your life. Kuna mtu ameniambia, Ndinda, Mackenzie, she said, Ida, can I have that top after you're done? It's a dress. I'll give it to you after I'm done. Damn, you have to tell everybody I borrowed it from you.
Dress, your rompa.
Nisimame. Si unaiona ni dress. Somebody said, Linda said, you did not talk about finances in relationships.
But it was about communication, so we'll
Linda, we will get to you.
we will get to that finances topic.
That's a topic that we can't even wrap into any other thing. We have to literally just talk about finances in relationships. It's bad. I been there, done that, baby. Oh, we'll talk about that. Lynette says yes. Effective. Lynette, where is Lynette commenting? She can just tell us. She's behind the camera.
Do you apa?
She said, yes, effective communication and comprehension is a continuous intentional decision you have to make. She has used the biggest English words ever. And she's standing right behind the camera. But Lynette, you're right. We have to communicate in a comprehensive, continuous, intentional decision. So many English words. Louis Muyoti said, Sani, Kesha, we are going to Mombasa. I will have stories for days. Slay Queen, stay away. Luis, tell us about everything that happens in Mombasa. We'd love to be part of that. We'd love to experience that with you. Carol O'Neill said, oh my gosh, he's speaking my life when you were talking. And he said, been there too many times. They're so annoying. There's a time and space for every certain conversation. This is when we're talking about being in the club.
Yeah.
And somebody trying to hash out issues with you. And yeah, there's a time for everything.
Yep.
Oh, I see Ndovu Sasabasi. We hadn't seen you in a minute, months. Let me see.
The guy was busy working out. I told
Ndovu said,
Sasabasi.
habari yenu nyinyi. Sunday Wanda said, you late, man. Ndovu, we set up 4 man.
I told Sasabasi asked me to share his song. I told him I'm only sharing it if he tells me how to get abs.
Yo, can you tell me how to get us? Because I am part owner of
It's a
this
done deal.
shit.
Yeah, it's a done deal. All right, let's get down to the
Let's
first
get
song.
to the music.
The first song we have today is by Play Thicker.
Wait, can I tell you something?
Mhm.
Somebody said, Eddie Shady said, Ida's the next Barbara Walters. If I'm half the woman she is, it's done for y'all.
There
Plus,
you go.
by the way, I'm growing dreads inside my wig. It's over for y'all.
Alrighty, we have a song called by Play Thicker.
Oh,
Play Thika is a campaign initiated to support, promote, and advocate for music made in Thika to be played on mainstream radio and television.
Let's do it.
So right now we're gonna play this song. It's called Umeniweza
Umeniweza.
by Play Thika.
Let's do it.
Upendo wako haupimanishwi na glasi, ndani ya moyo wako umenipa nafasi, umejawa na neema, lakini wanipenda. You got me, Yesu umeniweza, your love so true, kweli unanipenda. Jesus, your love is too much. 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 Your love is too much. I can never get enough. I can never get enough. Yesu unanipenda, kwako nimesarenda. Umeniweza. Jesus, your love is too much. 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 Too much. Your love is too much.
Oh my God, I love this. On a Sunday playing Umeniweza, it's just, oh my goodness.
You know, it just tells me there's so much good music out there.
There's so much good music. Oh my God. And this is why we're here, to just share your music with the world.
Yep.
To just enjoy your talent. You guys are super talented. If we can just be a mark in your lives and share the music to just a little bit more audience that you can.
Absolutely.
That's our purpose. We're not charging you. If you have new music, send it to us on our sundaywdpodcast@gmail.com for free. We get to showcase your talent because we both cannot sing. No, he cannot, I can sing. But what we're trying is to just share your talent. It's so amazing.
Yep.
We pray that you may send more songs. This is amazing. Sunny has 2 more songs that he surprised me with. I cannot wait because
Yep.
I've not had this one.
This other one is by my really good friend. He's a DJ and he's decided to produce a song. DJ Nairam.
Oh!
DJ Nairam is from Ghana. He's based in Seattle, Washington.
No ways.
And he made this song with Liberian-based singer Nukru. It's called Waiting Outside. I played it at the very beginning before our podcast started. So here is Waiting Outside by DJ Nairam out of Seattle, Washington.
This BK Soul from Timberland.
Fine thing, dark skin. Wondering if you could be mine too. And not forever, then maybe tonight. You call me, I when we pull up on side. We could take a Uber with no ex. Go anywhere you want to next. Destination between them thighs. Girl, your body got me hypnotized. You could be my umbrella girl. Say you're beautiful like Rihanna girl. Say you're LIB, Miss Wakana girl. Missy Pine Wine, I put the sheet. I've been drinking, I've been toasting, I be waiting outside. Soon as the club is closing, I be waiting outside. I almost tipsy off the liquor, I be waiting. Go tell your girls no need to wait up, I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I be waiting outside. I be waiting outside. Me say I
I've been waiting
Fire,
outside.
fire,
Yo, that
fire.
sounds like an Uber driver. I've been waiting outside. After our wild nights out, I've been waiting outside.
This next song, most of you have probably already heard it. It is fire. It is by our very own Kenyan DJ, Fully Focus. It's his new single featuring Scar called Love You.
They
And-
fully focused. What's up, baby?
Focus, man.
What's up, fully focused, man?
Twende.
We will have fully focused on our podcast soon. We'll let you know.
Sky. PMG.
Let go.
I'm focused, man.
Hey, I'm doing the most, yeah. I'm doing the most, yeah. I'm tugging on your clothes, pulling you close, and I just wanna know, yeah. I just wanna know, yeah. Is you coming out them clothes, yeah? I can hit it like a pro, yeah. Baby, you should let me know, no. Jumping like you run a more. Slow it down and smoke a bowl. Come a little closer, I must get to know ya. Come a little closer and just let me show ya. I just wanna love you, I just wanna touch you. Can't get enough of you. I just need to hold you. I thought that I told you. I'ma get you out them clothes. I gave you a million clues.
Oh! Ooh!
That's a fire banger. That's a banger.
Ooh, that's fire. That's
I
fire.
said fire banger. Fire fever lighter speaker. That's a fire banger.
Fire banger. It's time for us to call it a night, guys. Oh, Sunday Wind Down podcast tonight was amazing.
So remember, guys, we are on every other Sunday. So
Yes.
next Sunday,
We're taking a break.
are going to not see us. We'll be on our break.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Sunday after that, we'll be back. And we just want to keep bringing you real quality content. And that will allow us to keep bringing you the quality content that we feel like we want to bring you.
You're right. We enjoy your conversation, your just you being in the conversation. What do you call this? I forget the word for it. It might be risky, but just your engagement. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
The word I'm looking for. Your engagement is just super important to us. We love hearing from you. We love to hear what you think. We thank you for your support and the love. Don't forget to share this. You know, all our previous recorded podcast episodes are on our YouTube. If you ever missed an episode, don't forget to go on our YouTube page, which is Sunday Wind Down Podcast
Yeah.
on YouTube. You can go check us out. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, it will not cost you anything. Subscribe, show us some love. We love you. We appreciate you
And
so
share.
much. Share it, yeah. Some of our topics are really fire. You need to share with people in your life that need to hear what we have to say. We appreciate and we love you. Thank you so much to our producer, Madam June, and our associate producer, Lynette, as well. We love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank
to,
you.
Answer DJ Shinsky's question, the
What did
first
he ask?
song we played by Play Thicker is called Umeniweza. It's by,
Play thicker.
Yeah. The campaign is called Play Thicker. The artist, I believe, is Tesh. And DJ
Atangoa hivyo na ni muindi.
DJ Shinsky, I have your email address. I'll be more than happy to send that your way. If you DJs, if you want this song, send me an email at the sundaywdpodcast@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to forward the track to you. Otherwise, till next time, I will see you guys later.
It's been real, guys. We love ya.